Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Sunday, the 26th of September, 2021. And although we had the all-important FOMC meeting announcement and Fed statement last week, gold and silver prices closed almost unchanged for the week. So where do we go now? Well, we shall shortly take a look. But just a reminder, this video is almost identical to the one that we produced yesterday, which is our normal gold and silver weekly update. So if you've seen that one, then please ignore this one. If you haven't, then enjoy. Gold fell $4 last week, falling from $17.55 to $17.51, having hit a high of $1,787 and a low of $1,739, a fall of just 0.25%. In sterling terms, gold finished the week at £1,280, that's up £2, and in euros it closed at €1,494, that's down €2. Silver rose 5 cents, rising from $22.41 to $22.46, having hit a high of $23.16 and a low of $22.07, a rise of 0.2%, but putting in once again lower highs and lower lows. In sterling terms, silver closed at £16.41, that's up 8 pence on the week, and in euros it closed at 19.16 euros, that's up 0.04 euros. The gold to silver ratio fell from 78.3 to 1 to 78 to 1. Bitcoin fell $5,672 and currently stands at $42,885. There was a lot of FUD announced today, that's fear, uncertainty and doubt, as some old headlines about China abolishing cryptos came out in force, published by Bloomberg today, thereby hitting Bitcoin some $3,000+ at one point. Looking at the equity markets, the Dow Jones closed on Friday at 34,798, up 33 points on the day and up 214 points on the week. The S&P 500 closed at 4,455, up 6 points on the day and up 23 points on the week. And the Nasdaq Composite closed at 15,047, albeit down 4 points on the day. It ended up 4 points on the week. Looking at oils, which are strengthening, Brent crude closed at $78.04, up $2.70. And WTI crude closed at $73.98. That's up $2.01 on the week. The dollar index stands at 93.27. That's up also 0.08 on the week. Now, we concluded last week's video with the following forecast. Well, we have to account for some possibly large spreads simply because much depends on Wednesday, we said. With that in mind, we expect to see gold trading between 1720 and 1820, with 1680 and 1850 as outliers, and we can see silver trading between 2175 and 2320, with 2150 and 24 as outliers. Well, we can see that gold traded broadly in the middle of our predicted range, and silver within the top band of our normal predicted range, without either gold or silver moving into outlier territory. Actually, it was a little disappointing, if the truth be known. The trading range for gold, between its high of $1,787 and low of $1,739, was just $48. Silver's trading range last week, between its high of $23.16 and low of $22.07, was $1.09. And frankly, both gold and silver's performance really was somewhat lackluster in view of the important FOMC meeting decision last Wednesday. Lackluster because the Fed managed to slip in the fact that it would likely begin its tapering in November, while at the same time gave itself wriggle room to delay if the economic data between now and then proved adverse for such a course. Now, we produced an important video this past week in addition to our normal regular morning videos entitled Gold and Silver Under Pressure after FOMC announcement, and we've placed a link to this below. Now, each morning we've produced daily updates expressing the reasons for the various price movements and news which could affect price that day and that week. So please do tune into these. Now, this week's economic data just passed was varied, with disappointing weekly jobless claims, more or less as expected but to the lower side flash manufacturing and services PMIs, but positive building permits, housing starts and new home sales. The situation with Evergrande overhanging the market has been negative for equities, as Chinese authorities have reportedly told officials to prepare for Evergrande's potential demise, at least according to the Wall Street Journal. Now, although gold traded slightly higher on Friday, its range was tight and curtailed it, hovering around the much commented on in the past, by us most certainly, that crucial support and occasionally resistance level of $1,750. Silver formed what technical analysts call a doji day, when opening and closing prices are the same, with Treasury yields being higher, as after the FOMC announcement on Wednesday, the market does seem to be pricing in a 25 basis point rise in September 2022, that is, and a 50% chance of a further rise in December 2022, though to be frank, both are still some way off. Silver's technicals suggest resistance at the 10-day moving average at 22.91, with support at September's lows of 22.03. The MACD suggests consolidation. Now, as already mentioned, economic data last week has been covered in our daily videos, and this coming week we have the following economic reports coming out of the United States. On Monday we have the durable goods orders for August and core capital goods orders. On Tuesday we have the trading goods advance report for August and the important consumer sentiment index for September, which should give us a guide. Wednesday, pending home sales index for August. Thursday, we have the weekly jobless claims, the real GDP revision for quarter 2, and Chicago PMI for September. And then on Friday, perhaps the most important day of the week, we have real disposable income and consumer spending for August, core inflation for August, and then we have the final PMI for the market manufacturing for September and the ISM manufacturing index for September too, construction spending for August, consumer sentiment index for September, and the 5-year expected inflation rate for September. So Tuesday, Thursday, and most importantly of all, Friday should be taken into account this coming week, as Friday in particular being the heaviest data day. So where do we see gold and silver prices moving next week? Well, save any disasters on the political front, and assuming markets have factored Evergrande in to some degree, we can expect gold and silver to trade as follows. Gold, more or less moving between $1,720 and $1,800, with $1,680 and $1,850 as absolute outliers. And we can see silver trading broadly within $22 to $23, though we expect it might break out slightly each side. So we've given ourselves some wriggle room here as outliers of $21.25 to $23.75. So much depends now on the value of the dollar this coming week to dictate what's going to happen to gold and silver. We're not expecting any dramatic moves in either direction, quite frankly, though if you were to really push us, we would probably suspect and suggest that maybe on Monday gold and silver might edge higher or try to do so. But quite frankly, most of the economic data and financial data is acting as a headwind for both gold and silver, at least for now. What do you think? Do share your thoughts. Meanwhile, thank you so much for listening. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel, not forgetting to press the bell sign so you're notified of our videos as and when they are published. Finally, we wish you a safe, enjoyable weekend and prosperous week ahead. Illuminati Silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, we are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.